Safaree tweeted out quite the message to his wife, Mena, this week. The Shade Room posted a since-deleted tweet from Safaree who said, in part, getting married was one of his biggest mistakes and it will never, ever happen again. Well, of course, Erica responded accusing him of running to social media like a little girl and calling him selfish, vain, and inconsiderate. So, ladies, obviously, Safaree isn't having a great time in this marriage. But do you think he should give it up altogether? Should he put it out there like that? What do you think?
I don't know. It's hard for me to care about their situation. Not about them. I want them, you know, obviously to be happy. But it's hard for me to care because I don't think my idea of marriage is the same as theirs. Because somewhere they made it okay to open it up and go ahead and tweet about every detail. And I don't know, but like, Adrian, you and Israel, you guys have a public relationship. Me and Jay have a public relationship. But somewhere we made a deal where he just knows what you're not gonna say about what y'all got going on. And same with me and him. You know, we both have an arrangement where it's like, you maybe don't even have to speak about it because somewhere boundaries were made back then. So I just wondered, did they ever talk about boundaries? Because now it's like, it's almost like, that, you know, when the couple's fighting next door and you almost feel embarrassed that you're caught listening, you know?
I don't understand why he has to put it on social media. I think it's a storyline. That's what it sounds like.
Both. Oh, you think so, Lonnie?
I mean, the way he just put it out there, and it's like, this is your marriage. And what people don't understand, too, is that you have a child now. Years from now, when that child grows up, she's going to see that. How, you know, what I don't understand, what people don't understand, they have children and you're doing stuff on social media, your children eventually one day will have to see that. You have to take care, whether it's a storyline or not. Think about your children. One thing I have to give a shout out to Vanessa Bryant. Because when Meek Mill did this song and he did a line about Kobe and the crash, Vanessa sent out a message and said it's disrespectful and don't do that. And Meek Mill's apologized, you know, for that. Because we forget, people have families. Kobe has daughters. He has a family. And to sit there and try to, you know, do something like that, I'm glad that Vanessa checked him. So it goes back to the whole thing of what are we doing on social media? And, you know, we got to remember, years from now, our children are going to see it. Exactly.
Some things make sense to put on social media. Obviously, in Vanessa's case, totally makes sense to put that out there to communicate her message that this is unacceptable. And she got what she wanted, which was an apology. And hopefully there will be some sort of change in that song because, like you said, her daughter is grown and listens to music, and to hear that song where that's mentioned, I'm sure, is devastating. In this case, again, everything doesn't have to go to social media, but like Jeannie said, if that's the relationship that you're in, then that's the kind of relationship that you're in. Like, these are the things that you do. And as long as you both are like knowledgeable of like how this is gonna roll, oh, this is what we do, then this is what we do. I choose something different, but this is what they do.
Have you guys ever had a situation where you run across two types of couples? One who they start fighting, and you can tell they're like, let's not do this in public. Let's go home, or I'll talk to you in the car. And then there's the couple who wants everybody and downstairs to know that you a piece of and I'm not dealing with this and everybody here needs to know that you're, you know, so I feel like this is the social media version of that couple. You know what I'm saying?
This is my point.
Yeah.
You know what that speaks to as a couple? There also are couples that choose to have boundaries of respect and others that don't. Because if this is something you would do on a social platform, I can only imagine the harsh words that are, you know, that go back and forth in the privacy of your home. I have to be honest, and probably it's because I'm a woman, so I always, you know, empathize with a woman's situation. You know, some of the things she listed there appear to be true because, you know, I don't know if you guys heard the rumors or a conversation that I guess took place where he asked her that he didn't want her to have more children because he thought she had gained too much weight. And I saw a clip of this somewhere on the internet.
Oh, you're
and I
deep in the archives.
It came up, no, this is just recent.
Yeah, it just came up.
Just recent. And it was somewhere in like my popular page and I happened to click on it. And my heart hurt for her and just the conversation, the way it went. So obviously there are things that they need to work on. I wish them the best. They have a beautiful daughter. And for their daughter, I hope and pray that, you know, and for Erica and Safaree, they wanted this marriage. I remember seeing their incredible wedding and all the extravagancy that went into their stunning. It was all red and roses. And I just pray that they would remember that day and what they were focused on and wanting for their life, their family, and their marriage that day.
I couldn't agree more. And I think also you have to leave a little something for yourself. You can't put everything out in social media, because then what privacy do you have? What a little bit of, you know, your relationship do you keep sacred? So we wish them well, obviously. All right, you guys, up next, our good friend Kevin Hart recently took to Twitter to ask a very heartfelt question when it comes to love. He asked, is love earned or given? I believe it has to be earned. How do you guys feel about it? Talk to me. Ladies, how would you answer Kevin's question? For me, I feel like I give out my love freely, but the more you earn it, the deeper it goes. So I think, you know, you have to give freely, especially in a relationship. But I also think that more is earned over time. Do you agree or no?
100%.
I think when love is given freely, it's the most magical feeling, especially in this world where people have a reason to be much more guarded and they have a reason to be much more kept to themselves, because it just feels like, you know, vulnerability is something to feed off of. But when it's given freely, like that act of kindness out of any area, you just immediately believe that there's hope of good people out there. And then it inspires you to be that yourself. So I hope that there's more love given freely, especially when someone's wronged you. And that's hard for me to say too. When someone's wronged me, of course the easy thing is to be like, well, you ain't getting no love from me anymore. But when you get to that place where you're like, you know what? I'm good, and I love you the same.
Love you anyway.
I might not be with you every day, but like, cool. That's like, you feel yourself grow a bit.
Yeah.
I think I was confused because I think when you for children, I think your love is just unconditional. It's just there. I don't think a child has to earn the love of a parent. I think he was talking about a relationship, and for me, in a relationship, I think you fall in love or either you don't. And because I really am, when it comes to words, you know, earning to me means that, you know, a person can buy love, and I don't think that that's right. No. Because a man can sit back and try to, you know, shower you with a bunch of gifts and you still don't love them. And so so that's why I don't think it can be earned. I just think either you fall in love and it happens, and, you know, and you grow. I think love can grow, but I don't think you can buy it. And I think what can be earned is trust. And I think that's what he was really talking about. And there's trust issues, especially with men that deal, you know, that have been unfaithful and not loyal, and you have to earn that person's trust again. But I think that person will always love you, but they won't necessarily trust you.
Ooh, that's
true.
deep.
And I think what I was saying about earned is not buying stuff. It's earned in terms of how you treat me, how you show up, what you do. I think that's what I meant when I said earned. I mean, I know that's what I meant when I said earned.
Well, let that right there, let that soak on in, you guys, because we're about to take a break. But you guys, before we go to the break, we definitely want to send well wishes to Tiger Woods, who was seriously injured in a really scary car crash Tuesday morning. Woods reportedly suffered a shattered ankle and 2 leg fractures in the crash. And according to Los Angeles Deputy Carlos Gonzalez, he says he is very fortunate to be alive. So we just want to wish Tiger a safe and speedy recovery.